What's up, good people? This video is simply Diddy's innocent. That's all it's about. That Diddy's innocent. Let me say this too. I do not agree with men who put their hands and their feet, even if you pluck a woman too hard. Use a pump. Use a faggot. Period. I don't care what a woman does for a man to be able to stomp and kick her, he's less than a man. So let's start off with that. None of that has anything to do with what I'm getting ready to talk about. And by the way, can y'all push that like and share? Help a brother out. But what I want to talk about is what real charges or what real do they have any real evidence besides baby oil and the other greasy juice that they use a lot of? Do they really have anything? They have testimony that they're trying to tie into a racketeering and a drug organization, but it's crazy because everyone who testifies pretty much says the same thing. They saw him put his hands on Cassie. He called out her name a lot. They witnessed abuse. This is a relationship gone bad, and it's a dirty, nasty, freaky, long lasting orgy with a lot of participants that played a part that's not on trial with him. How can this be a racketeering case when they only have one man? Come on, bruh. Y'all got to pay attention, man. This is bigger than than a racketeering in this, because they cared about what really, if they cared about what everyone continues to talk about, and that's abuse, then why not have them on trial for that? You know what I mean? Like you have them on these charges that could put them away for life. That's the whole objective. It's just to put them away. They don't really care about these women, because if they did, they would be pushing for that. And yes, I do know some of the things have reached the statute of limitations, but even that, and that says a lot. That and I know abused women. It's a thing where they go through things where it's hard for them to come out because, like these type of videos, people don't believe them. But I'm not a psychologist. I can't get into that. That's not my field, and I'm not even going to try to touch that. But at the end of the day, I know when I have to go to the bathroom bad enough, I can't hold it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that entails or what the case may be, but they had someone testifying today, that I believe she said something about, no, it was Cassie's best friend testified today, and they said that well, I'm sorry, she told the government, the prosecution team, that he held her feet over top of a patio and she suffered lower back pains and all this stuff, and he shook her, and they was like, well, it was, I believe it was like 7 or 8 years ago. Someone can correct me if you want, if you know, I'm sorry, but it's just I don't, half of that shit I don't even believe. To be honest with you, I don't even believe half of it. I believe a lot of it happened, but I also believe a lot of it has been um, amplified and pumped up because of this thing they trying to get out of this case. If the government, I said the government had a case. They said they're building this case brick by brick. Well, God damn it, half the wall should have been built by now. And I only see about really one or two bricks. And one brick was Cassie, and she got 20 million already. So the cases are some trumped up bullshit, really, because, and the reason why I say this, not saying that what he did was bullshit. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is these charges that they have him on is personal. He pissed somebody off at the top, and they letting him know who really has the power. They did it to Kanye. They did it to Bill Cosby. And I'm not saying these men didn't do anything. I'm not saying that. But when it comes down to who really has the power, they show you. And they put these guys right up in your face and dangle them. just like they on a rope, and dangle them right in your face and let you know, when we want you, boy, when we want you, boy, we gonna get you. Yeah, you's gonna be a good from now on. They gonna get you. And it's right in our face, man, and we see it. And to the black men, you know, with money and power, be careful, man. Cause y'all do make a lot of careless mistakes. And for Diddy to think none of this stuff was gonna come out, that was that was his dumbness. You know, and look, God is I don't like to cuss and stuff and use God in the same sentence. So God forgive me for cursing first, but he's the at the end of the day, he's the judge. And every day Diddy has spent in that jail, all those memories of what he done has been ringing, has been moving around in his head. You know, I mean, hey, we live in a world where it doesn't seem like it, but God is in control. He's in control, and he's the judge in the jury. So no matter what, if you're gonna convict somebody, make sure you convicting them for what they really did, and not take what they've done and make it out of what you want it to be. So at this point, in my humble opinion, in my humble opinion, Diddy's innocent. So y'all like, share, subscribe, or just leave some comments. You know, if you don't agree, let me know. You know, dislike it, talk to me. This is what this is all about. I want to hear what everybody has to say. You know, talk about it. We catch up later. Peace.